What's up guys, it's the Gold Steelix here and welcome to my World of Tanks grind update series. Basically this is just the series in which I talk about the tanks I've bought, been playing, unlocked, all that stuff recently in the game World of Tanks. And last week I did, months, because I know what months are. We're in June now, it's June the 7th, which is like a Sunday or something. Yeah, days when I'm recording this. So let's just go through. Obviously, the domination event has started. I've got my 50B here. There's my 110E5. And my 140 is here somewhere. There we go. I haven't been playing the 110E5, but I've just been going between the 50B and the 140. I really like the 50B. I don't know how accurate of a representation that is of the real thing. But I've been really enjoying it. It's not really... Can't really get a feel for it when there's like 50 other 50Bs flying around. It's not really that accurate, but so far I've been enjoying this thing, and I can imagine I could probably put it to better use if I was going against something other than just 5 other 50Bs at once. Anyway, it's something I acquired literally just today. This is the B1 Tier 4 French heavy tank. It's not really a heavy tank though, it's quite lightly armoured on the turret actually. If we take a look, 46 turret armor, a lot of stuff can go through that at tier 4. But I'm mainly getting this just for the French heavy line because you may have figured it out by looking at my channel. I'm not a big fan of heavy tanks. I don't mind some tank destroyers. I've got quite a way into the not British but American. Got to tier 6. Don't really want to go any further. I may be developing the hiccups, but just ignore that. SU-85. Yeah, so when I started out, I did play the tank destroyers quite a bit, and I do plan on going back to tank destroyers at some point to play the German tank destroyers. And I might have to buy that while the D-Day special is on the Marder 38. That could be a plan. Anyway, back to the point. French. This heavy line was recommended to me a very long time ago, actually, when I was just starting out, and I realised that I really didn't like the slow heavy tanks. So, and that's why I was told to get these sort of support tanks here. So yeah, that's my plan with that. I'm just going to have to suffer through this because the D2, is it, that came before this? I know I was just looking at it, but D2. That was a bit stupid and funny and whatever. The H35 I played, which used to take you to the 38, the 40, and then these two. And I'll start talking about the 12 ton in a minute. That was alright. That was alright. That was ridiculously funny. I loved the AMX40. I don't know why. It's just so stupid that it was good in a way. It was just so bad that it was good. It just pulled a full 360 on itself. But the B1, I'm not really feeling it. I've got 12 rounds of gold in here, and I have been using it quite a bit, losing some money in this tank. It's just not got anything going for it. I need the engines though, definitely, because if you look, horsepower of this engine is 180 and it goes up to 350, weighing, is that the same? I think that's basically the same, so yeah. It's just a better engine. So 350 from 180. Wait, is that 180? Yes. Yes, I can read you guys. Look 180. But yeah, going to that engine may make it a bit faster, which might be a good thing. Well, it will be a good thing. I don't know why I said might. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and then it's just going to be straight to the BDR, and I'll get that radio on the BDR, because I can't really be bothered doing it on here. BDR grind does look kind of stressful at the same time, though. But I can't really be bothered just free XPing anything anymore, because, like, it took so long without premium, like when I did with the 2801, which I do now have fully upgraded. I'll show you that. There it is. I think that's fully upgraded at least. I might be missing one thing. I'm missing the radio, that's it. And I could get these if I wanted to, but depends. Do these carry on to the 3001H? Yes, 3001H. Let's take a look. 3001H tech tree, because this is another thing that I'll get to in a second. The Bruckwagen 2, I bought that. It's absolutely awful. So these guns are where? That's one of them. L48, that's that one. So if I unlock them on the Awful Panther, then I'll have them on this thing. And that's not completely awful at tier 5, I guess, the L48. That'll probably tide me over until I can get this Waffe. And once I get the Waffe, I can sell the 3001H and never return to the heavy line ever, because that Waffe gun carries on over to the Aufklärungspanzerpanther, Panzer, which after that all I'll need to do is get the turret and this and possibly the tracks if it requires it. And you know, that'll make the grind a whole lot easier. That'll take 9,000 off the Aufklärungspanzerpanther grind. And I don't really mind going to tier 5 to make it, you know, the stock grind on the tier 7 a lot easier. So yeah, speaking of that, the Brugwagen 2. It uses, as far as I'm aware, the same gun as the Panzer III. There it is. And I really enjoyed the Panzer III actually. I might rebuy it at some point to see if I've still got it with that tank. And I don't know if you guys noticed this too. Does this thing just look like they use sort of the fill tool in Paint to draw the textures on with? Like, I looked at the front of it and I just thought, look at another tank. Like, look at the looks, tracks, bit like mud, something, viewpoints, whatever they are. Look at that. Right. Look at that. That's pretty bland, but still they've got something there, you know. Got these bits. B1, they've got the rivets and stuff all over it. They got this big ass machine gun. That is the most bland looking front end of a tank I've ever seen, and it kind of continues around. The back's got some stuff on it, but I don't know why, it just looks so bland to me, and it's really weird. Anyway, this is basically just a slow Panzer III. It's got a little bit of armour, but then again, I'm pretty sure the Panzer III had like 70 to 80 armour in some places of the front. So it was actually pretty good at ramming stuff, if I remember correctly, because it could get some speed up, and it had the armour at the front. I'm not sure how much the Panzer III weighed, but yeah. But it's just a theory, I don't know. So that's my plan. Get this thing to help me out with getting this thing, to help me out getting this thing, and then I'll probably never come here ever again. Once I've got the RU251. What else is there? Let's move along a bit. Another tier 6 light tank. This I'd got literally just today as well. MT25 tier 6 Russian light tank. Been playing my T-34 quite a bit. I did actually ace the T-34, I'll prove it to you right here. I'd lost the replay, however, so you can't see the replay of me acing the T-34, but let me find it. T-34. Boom, ace tanker. See it right there? Yeah, I aced it, and it was amazing. But yeah, it was pretty cool game. It was on like Abbey, and I just drove around and shot things to death with this gun. Combat-wise, my experience with this tank, I've only played like 4 games in it, something like that. But combat-wise, my experiences of it are that that gun, which is the same gun you get on the T-34, is actually really nice. This is basically what I was hoping the T-34 would be, because it's got better mobility than the T-34, and you can use that amazing pop gun to just keep going at stuff. And I really like it. As you can see, it's still pretty much stock. I still need the tracks and the engines. See how much of an upgrade you get. 500 horsepower to 700, so that'll be quite good. Should be kind of a rocket when I'm done with it. LTTB, 54 lightweight. Yes, that's the plan. Yeah. And then there's some premiums actually. T15. You've seen this on the channel. I did a review of it. There's some other ones though. T127, which is like a cool mini medium with a bit of armor across the front plate that's sloped back really far. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's about it actually, is when it comes to new tanks. And I decided that with this series, after making the first one, which I thought was you know, it was a decent length for an episode, but I realised that I went through all my tanks. I've already gone through all my tanks. You know what I've got. You can see it all right here. So I'm going to do some live gameplay. And I'm kind of dipping my toe in the water because my games are very on and off. I'm not very consistent with my playing. I'm either quite good or just awful. So this may turn out to be a bit of a disaster. But anyway, now I'm showing you this, the 12 ton. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I've got to go through this to get to the 90, and I kind of want a bat shot eventually, but we'll see. It's tier 10, and going from 6 to 10 is a bit optimistic. But anyway, this thing, I've been using this in Strongholds actually, and it's been doing better than I thought it would, because I used to either use the Cromwell, for obvious reasons, it's just a nice tank, got my female crew member in there, or the Type 64, which is actually one of my most, did I mention this before, one of my most pimped out crews. don't think I did. But next to the Bulldog, this crew is kind of pretty cool. Might end up moving the Bulldog crew into a tier 8 that's more useful for like competitive and stuff at some point. But we'll see, you know, I might retrain it for the 37 and then use that in like strongholds. You never know, you never know. Anyway, but for now that's staying in the Bulldog because I do quite like the Bulldog, and it's my only proper tier 8 matchmaker at the moment that isn't premium, until I get like a 50 or 100, which will take a very long time, or I just get another tier 7 light, because I've just got loads of tier 6 lights at the moment. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I mention 12 ton? I think I did. Type 64, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like maths, yeah. I think there's only 5 in the game, to be honest. I think the 5916 is the only one I don't have. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, I just tabbed out because I'm clever. 3. There isn't a British one. Got the American one. Got the Russian one. There isn't a Japanese one. So yeah, I'm only 1 away from having every tier 6 light tank. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I've unlocked every tier 5 light tank, so actually becoming a little bit of a light tank connoisseur, but you know, I'm sure there are still people with loads more than I have at the current moment in time. But yeah, I've got situational awareness on one guy in here and recon on another. I think this is probably all just going to get retrained to BIA. These are all just temporary skills as while I'm trying to get it up. Not get it up in like a sexual erection way, but you know what I mean. And then just retrain it to BIA, and then do individual skills after that. As with the Bulldog, because the Bulldog is just all repairs, that'll definitely be Brothers in Arms after I'm done with that. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, this 12T right here, clip potential, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's really nice. You can take down, I've taken down Cromwells in this thing, which is pretty impressive for what it is, I think. It's got a little bit less hit points than the T37, I remember, but more than a 64. And you see the 64s a little bit, but I think the Cromwell's probably the best mobile tank, I think, yeah, for strongholds. It's just that it's got a little bit of armor, so you can't HE it, whereas you can HE something like where is it, T37. You can probably HE that. And the Type 64, you can HE that easily, whereas some of the a Cromwell, you can't fire HE at a Cromwell. It won't work. It still won't go through. You probably do a lot of damage if you're in like a KV2 or something, but unless you're like right behind it, like here, 31 this plate, you won't go through a Cromwell. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm not going to go full Seal Clubber with my tier 3 premiums. What I'm going to do instead is probably just play my my B1. Then if we've got time after that, I think I'll try my De Broekvagen. I had a weird voice crack there. So yeah, let's just take this thing into battle and see what goes on. And you have rejoined me on Wide Park. I'm in my B1, obviously, because that's what you saw me go into the game with. And yeah, it's Wide Park. Obviously, you can't get higher than tier 6 on Wide Park. This is a tier 5 game. We've just got mediums and tank destroyers up at the top. No tier 5 heavies, actually, which is interesting. I'm not too sure where I'm going to go. I might just go to like the main bit on the this line area. Yeah, under the bridge downtown, where I spilt some blood and all that. Depends where everyone else is going. Oh, we've got quite a lot of people going the other way, haven't we? That could be problematic. I might have to sit quite far back. Taking a look at the tank. Obviously, we've got a bit of hull armor for tier 4. Pen 66. It used to be like 40 something with the stock gun, but now I've got this thing. It's not too bad. And 98 with the APCR, which is, again, for tier 4, 98 isn't really that bad. You would hope to be breaching 100 with at least one of your ammo types, but 98 you can settle for that, I think. So we've got an SU-85, M5 Stuart Hetzer, and we might have the support from the Bishop. I'm not too sure. We really don't have a lot this side. With the T28 and the M8A1, they're sitting but pretty far back. Hetzer's over there, that side. Can I actually see down here? Not really going to spot anything unless they are literally right there and they're camera aim drops considerable amount. I just blocked the shot from that Matilda. So we're going to have to be really careful. This Sherman can see he's near that gap there. Nah, he's not coming out, is he? Alright. Well, it's just that Matilda. We lost the, whatever it was that was up there earlier, just the SU-85 now. T-25. Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident about it. Admittedly, I could have been further up and probably put some shots into the Matilda, but I kind of like to stay a bit further back. And it seems like we've lost, we've all died. Somehow we've managed to get the T-80 up here. M4 on the Hetzer down here still. So I'm not sure what happened there, whether they just rushed and got shot as they were driving down. I'm being pinged. So I'm not too happy. Alright, this Sherman free. Alright then. Sherman free's 50mm of armour sloped back at the front, if I remember correctly. Oh, alright. What's his plan here? Just to, I don't know, drive in some sort of weird pattern? Ah, see, that's the problem. It's sloped back so far that it's going to be really difficult for me to actually get the shot in, unless he does come out broadside, but quite away. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Fuck. Come on, please peek out. Please peek out. Okay. Well, I doubt I'm going to bounce a shot from this guy. Oh, I did. That's strange. Not going to repair my tracks. I'm just going to sit here for a bit. I might even just stay in this position, actually. See if I can get the shot off on this Sherman if he peeks out again. Is it just me, or did that sort of church bell kind of glitch out really badly? Right, Matilda. Still got my gold loaded, I'm aware of that. It's just that Matilda 75mm of armour. What does this Michael Jackson chant cheesy? Who I didn't need the gold for there really, but hey. Pays to be safe. Come here, I want that frontal bit there. No. And this is the part where I'm gonna die. I can see it coming. There. Alright. Well, could have done worse. I could have been up there with the tanks that were further up around what's it, this area. I definitely would have survived longer by being here, which is where I was. Would have died much earlier if I was up there. So, yeah. I don't know. There's probably something I could have done a lot better there, but nothing comes to mind, personally. And that's probably how most of my games go. You'll probably find by watching these live commentaries is that most of the time, you know, I can see when I'm doing the wrong thing, but I just can't think of what would be better, to be honest. So yeah, defeat. What did we get? That's a sharpshooter. No, that's master gunner. Sharpshooter's the other one. Team score. Oh, I didn't even notice the team kill. I'm guessing you guys noticed that and I didn't. I was just like, nah. That's minus. Alright. SU-85, I feel bad for him because he actually did pretty good. Matilda did 800. That's not bad going for a Matilda. 4 kills. 900. Artie got a few shots. What's that? What are these? Cool-headed Starks medal. Scout. Alright. Yeah, disappointing really. Yeah. Like I said, you know, maybe if I'd have had a bit more, maybe I could have gone for pushing the Sherman free after all that and tried to finish him off while the Matilda was going around. That could have been an idea, but yeah, a bit late now. Let's take a look at the Brookwagen. As you can see, I haven't actually got the ×3 in this today, so you never know, things might change. All I've got is this Top Gun here, the 50 something something, 50mm L60, 67mm of pen. Isn't bad for tier 4, but the 130 with premium is going to go through a lot of things. Most tier 5s, I wouldn't complain having to go up those with that. Although I do have the stock engine, so this is going to be quite slow. I could 3xp that, but I kind of want to let my 3xp build up for like something else, like perhaps the stock BDR. So yeah, we'll do this to Brookvargen, and then yeah, I think that'll be the last one. So let's go into battle with this to Brookvargen here. And here we are on Fisherman's Bay in, of course, the De Brookvargen. I'm looking at a team list. We actually have a heavy, whereas they don't. They've got an M4, 4H, Sherman 3, T-34, Su-85, T-7, and so on. We've got some tank destroyers. We've got that medium Panzer 3-4. We're mainly tank destroyers, though. We've got the 3-4 and the 4H. Those are our two mediums. And we've got this T1 heavy. He's going to go up there and camp, isn't he? I don't know why I expected any different. I'm thinking of going up that way, but it seems like we've got quite a considerable force going up there, so I might try and head to the city when we consider... Let me bring these out. There we go. M4, Panzer 4H, Sherman 3. I can go through most of those, so if I can find a nice spot back at the city, I can probably try and snipe them for a bit if there's someone going ahead of me, like that Covenanter, for example. That's my plan, at least, considering that the T1, none of the other tier 5s are going to go there. I mean, the 3-4's going there and the bathtub is, but I wouldn't consider that the suitable amount of force needed to go there, really. But as you can see, this thing is really slow. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm sure, but then again, it is stock, so I'm not really allowed to complain about that. When I get the top engine, I'm sure it'll be a little bit better. I mean, it'll never be a Panzer 3, but it'll be, wow, lots of stuff just died. Right, I want to snipe, but not quite as far back as the bathtub would. What gun has the bathtub got? That 90mm, alright. .67, that won't go through a Matilda, which is tragic. Should we back up this Panzer 3-4? That's probably a good idea. How's everything going on the sides? A20 right up there. Those guys. Guessing they've got him. Aim, come on. Nope. Yeah, he got away. Okay. Matilda's just taken out that 3-4, which is annoying. Covenanter's probably going to die to the Matilda. I mean, I'm sure one or two of the Covenanter guns can get through a Matilda. I wouldn't really be putting my money on it, to be honest. I'm going to reverse up here because I'm wary of that Su-85, so... And the Covenanter doesn't seem to have taken any major flanking hits doing this, so... perhaps being on this area is sort of safe. Right, I might go for the engagement on this Matilda, let's see. Pretty sure the Matilda took a little bit of damage, so I don't think it's a complete suicide mission. What gun have you got? 63. So you won't go through Matilda unless you load some gold, which I'm obviously not going to expect you to do so. Again, a bit wary of the positioning here. M5 Stuart. Yeah, I'm taking hits from, well, not taking hits, but people are shooting this way. I just got a shot from the 4H, which was over there, so I'm going to angle a little bit for that.
Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Wir haben das Ziel verloren. Der ging nicht durch.
You just block that. Jesus. Alright. And this is really not clever. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm a trained, complete and utter noob, and I know what I'm doing.
Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
Help the S-35 out. That Covenant is dead now, so I'm going to start backing up. Hello. Oh god. Alright. Well, this has gone rather awfully. Oh, they can still shoot me from it? Ah, well, okay. There's the left of the... And now I'm basically a one-shot, so I'm just going to hope that I can get a shot into whatever comes around this corner next. Unless they come around behind me, in which case I'm a bit screwed. Let's take a quick peek. Nothing there. But yeah, I don't know. Decided to go City. Probably wasn't the place for me, but yeah, someone had to come here. And clearly it wasn't going to be the T1 Heavies or any of the other Tier 5s. I mean, obviously the S35 came here and the 3-4 came here, but the 3-4 just sort of derped into the...
Der ging nicht
oh, yeah, I
durch.
can't pen him at all, can I? And he's going to reload before I can put a gold shell through him, so... yeah.
Wir sind
Ah, well.
erledigt. Raus hier.
Let's see how the campers are doing. There's the flak bus. What guns he got? He's got the AA. Okay. Yeah. I've never personally camped there myself. I know a lot of people do it, but yeah, I've never seen it go too well. I mean, I'm sure it has. I'm sure there are people who have had good games camping that far back before on this map, but I have never personally seen it go well. It's a kind of missed his opportunity on the M4 there, and now he's dead. So that's just this S35. And there we go. Right, so I guess that sums up this episode of my grind update. We've played two completely, well, not completely stock, but two nearly stock tanks. Obviously, mobility-wise, they were both stock, so I guess they share that. Apart from I have tracks on one, so that statement wasn't even correct. God damn it, I'm so bad. With the DW2, I think the gun is alright, but I'd probably rather have it on a Panzer III. I just don't think it's a good tank. But I think the B1 is even less of a good tank, and I'm enjoying playing the B1 a bit more, which is probably kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Perhaps next episode, if there's nothing new, still need to play my MT25. I'll probably get around to doing that soon. I might have a replay of that for you though, because that's actually a tank I want to play a bit more seriously than these low tiers. So, kind of made sense to get my low tiers done. Yeah. Probably gonna go. Can you get that without the tracks? I can. Does it weigh the same though? It does. Can I get that without the tracks? I can. Interesting. I might just go for the engines. Depends how much the tracks. 44 traverse speed to 48. Considering that's cheaper, I might just go for that because it's cheaper, and then go for these two. Tier 10 radio, 730. Same 730. You get a new one here, 760 on the 54 lightweight. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed those live commentaries and little overview of my new tanks in my tank grinding update. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.